Hi guys, so today I want to teach you about the picture and how the picture of your story can remind you about the words that you maybe wanted to write, but the picture is only going to help you if you were actually thinking about what you wanted to write when you were doing your picture. So this week we're writing about a time when I got to go in the hallway. And some of you might have got a different paper this week. So if you did, you needed to just cross it out and write this instead. So I started this paper earlier this week. And I was looking at this to decide what this was. And I was checking to see if my words that I wrote were going to help me. And we learned this week that when we write, it's really hard if our letters, it's hard to read if they're squished together, which mine are kind of squished together. And I didn't put spaces. And I was trying to sound them out. So if you're trying to sound them out right here, if you're trying to sound this out right here, you might notice that maybe I didn't write the sounds of the words. So now, since I didn't write, yesterday, I haven't wrote since Tuesday, I'm having a hard time. So then I was flipping to the next page and I was trying to decide what in the world was my plan to write about. And I can't actually figure that out because, well, on this page, obviously I have a person that I didn't label, right? So now I'm kind of stuck, right? My picture is all in one color and not really sure where I was going with this. Remember, it was about the hallway. So this is a problem, right? So when Mrs. Pauline is telling you, when you get started for your story, it is really important to think about every page and think about what you want to write on every page. This is why. Otherwise, I have these pages and then I come back and I don't really remember what I was going to write. So I really need to plan out what it is I want to write for my whole story. And so I can connect my pictures and my words together. So I am going to start over today and show you how we can connect our pictures and our words. So a time I got to go in the hallway, I was thinking this year, the time we got to go in the hallway to go to the computer lab to play those special games on the computer. That's what I was thinking about. So I don't want to just draw the hallway. That's not going to help me because it didn't help me clearly here. My story, I need to think about the beginning, right? In the middle, what happens in the middle, and then what happened at the end. So, a time I got to go in the hallway. So let me think. Before we walked in the hallway, what did we do? What did we do? We lined up, right? So I could simply down here write the words lined, I know there's an E there. lined. I'm going to put a space, a 2-finger space, up, lined up. And I'm going to draw us lining up at the door. And of course, I might come back to this picture. Ooh, yeah, my feet should touch the ground. I'm going to come back and add some stuff to this page, right? Because, ooh, her hand should be by our side. Whoops, whoops. Fix those hands. So I'll come back, but I don't want to forget my story. So we lined up at the door. Then, what happened next? We started walking down the hallway. So this should actually be my picture of the hallway. And we passed some classrooms on both sides. It's going to be my doors, right? So we went into the hallway. That's a long sentence. So maybe if I just try to write the word hall. 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 We went into the hallway. This is how we plan out our pages. After we went in the hallway, then I remember we stopped at the bathroom. Do you remember that? All went to the bathroom. Bathroom. And I remember the girls, so here's the hallway. And I remember the girls went that way. And the boys came way over here to the bathroom. And the boys were like lined up here. And the girls went over here to the bathroom. And they were lined up here. And I'm kind of just doing it so that I don't forget, right? Then Mrs. Pauldine said, okay, you can go into that room. So from the hallway, you turned into that room that had all of the tables with all of the computers. There was a big table at the back, right? There's chairs. Not sure how I want to draw the chairs. Computer's a really long word. Computer. Look, I'm just going to write the sounds that I hear. Do you see that? Computer. Went to the computer room. Then we came back down the hallway. Remember that? We came back down the hallway. And I remember what you got to do in class. Do you remember? Here's the doors. So I'm going to write hall. And we ended up back in class. Class. Just the sounds we hear. We ended up back in our classroom, and you guys were sitting on the rug and on the screen, and you guys might even do a better job drawing the rug and your seats, and here's the bench. And on here, isn't that the day we were watching? Not sure. Was it the number blocks? I'll have to think about it. But what else can I do to make it look like the pond rug? I'm definitely going to need some colors. So I'm going to have to go back and definitely add colors to my whole thing. But I want to label this right now, rug, so I do not forget. And I want to remember that we were watching a show. So our words and our pictures have to connect. And I can always add more. Like I might add classroom, right? And like Mrs. Pauline was saying, it's actually the computer lab. Maybe I'll add that. But I want my pictures and I want them to be able to connect together. I'm going to have to go back. Everyone's not bald, right? There's a lot more to add to this. But this is not something that I can add to, right? These letters, this halfway picture with a person that doesn't have, I can't add to that. So it's really important that when you're doing your writing, our pictures are good and that you plan out your story on the very first day. You take your time. It doesn't have to be finished, but you have to have a plan, right? If you don't have a plan of all of your pages, if you don't have a plan with a beginning and a middle and an end to your story, and you know you have to write about the hallway, and so you just draw a hallway, you're never going to remember what your plan might have been. So I hope that helps you guys do a little bit more with your writing about the hallway. I will see you all later.